Dr. Demento!
Wishing fun people everywhere a very demented Christmas, here's a little wrapping paper with Jerry Persio.
Tear me up, rip me off, shake me down, treat me rough. Cause I'm rapping paper, gonna rap to you, gonna tell you my side, my point of view. I rap all day and rap all night, making those presents look festive and bright. When I wrap them toys and color TVs, end up under a tree on Christmas Eve. So jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to be wrapping paper on Christmas Day. The kids wake up early, they jump out of bed, get so excited and rip me to shreds. I know my fate on Christmas morn. I end up in a pile all tattered and torn. I used to look so pretty, you know what happens to me, man? I end up in a garbage can. So jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to be wrapping paper on Christmas Day. You know, I ain't complaining. I think it's worthwhile to hear those oohs and see those smiles. So deck them halls with boughs of holly. Enjoy yourself. Pick out, be jolly. Fill me up. Rip me off. Come on, shake me down. You can treat me rough. Throw me out. I'm worthless now. I did my job, cause I'm just wrapping paper, baby.
Rudolph the brown-nosed reindeer, this is how the story goes. Was always nice to Santa. What of Santa's special dose?
Santa, you look great! And that suit you got on. Did you lose a few pounds since last Christmas?
Oh, maybe just a few pounds. Would you like to sleep inside tonight, Rudolph?
Gee, sure. Thanks, Santa.
All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names, but that didn't stop old Rudolph from playing in his brown-nosed games.
Here, Santa, I alphabetized all the kids' names on the list this year. Here you go.
Oh, thanks, little buddy. Here, have some more reindeer chow.
Why, I don't mind if I do.
Then one smoggy Christmas Eve, Rudolph came to say,
Santa, if I wash your sleigh, can I stay inside all day?
now all the other reindeer are jealous of old Rudolph's ways. Just as the smart deer told them, being nice to Santa pays.
Santa, I couldn't get anybody to help me, but I loaded up the sleigh, pressed your suit, and shined your boots, too.
Why, thanks, Rudy. You know, you should lead my sleigh this year.
Gee, why didn't I think of that?
Rudy and the Reindeer on the Dr. Demento Show. Before that, Wrappin' Paper by Jerry Persio from Seattle. You're not likely to find either of those in your local record store, but we'll have lots more holiday rarities like that on next week's show, including some of the great old favorites, Stan Freberg, Yogi Jorgensen, Spike Jones, so on. And we'll have even more the week after that as we indulge in our annual 2-week Christmas party with the craziest Christmas songs and comedy of all time. One of the most requested Christmas Demented discs lately is the 12 Days of Christmas, is done by the eminent cartoon show voice and impressionist Frank Welker. We'll hear that one next week, but right now here's a little bit of Frank's new album, which features answering machines of the rich and famous, about 20 of them. Here's a sample.
This is Robin Leach. and answering machines of the rich and famous, the remarkable personal recorded messages of your favorite stars, celebrities, and politicians from all across the globe, from tiny villas in the south of France to sumptuous hilltop mansions overlooking verdant Beverly Hills, to spacious, incredibly overpriced condominiums on New York's Upper East Side. Let's listen now to messages by the rich and famous, for the rich and famous, recorded on machines built in factories owned by the rich and famous. My fellow Americans, this is Gerald R. Ford, former President of the United States. I would simply like to... Pardon me. You've reached our answering machine in Vail, Colorado, and we're out skiing right now, so leave your name and number at the sound of me leaving the condo. And don't forget to put out the...
Hello? Oh, it's amazing. I'm irritated and I ain't even here. Well, you've reached the answering machine of Jack Nicholson. I ain't here. I'm at the Lakers game trying to have a good time in spite of the fact there's some little kid sticking gum on my chair and spilling Coke all over my Reeboks. Anyhow, leave your name and number at the sound of the beep.
Hello? Hello? Oh, I'm leaving the... Well, this is the answering machine at the Western White House in Santa Barbara. Now, you may be wondering why we have an answering machine in California and not at the White House. Well, that's because in Washington they don't want me playing with anything that has buttons on it. Well, leave your name and number at the sound of the little tone.
Answering Machines of the Rich and Famous. Impressions by Frank Welker. His new album is called Almost Sold Out, and it's on Down the Hall in a Meeting Records. That's the name of the label. In a moment, our special guest from England, Mr. Bras on 45, Ivor Biggun.
Certs knows that everyone has their own way of expressing themselves. Here's Fred Barker.
$40. Do I hear 50? 50. Do I hear 60? George Washington kept his teeth in here. 60. Going once, twice. Sold to the lady in the pink dress. Thanks, Mom.
Whatever your style of self-expression, Certs will help you get your point across. Because however you say it, fresh breath makes a statement, and Certs is the taste everyone can agree on.
Fresh breath speaks for itself.
You're getting a cough. That irritated, scratchy feeling. For relief, feel the strength of Benylin. With its cough suppressant diphenhydramine. No other leading cough medication has it, and it's available without prescription. Strength you can feel. Benylin from Park Davis. Our strength is your relief. Use as directed for coughs due to colds.
Our special guest today is a very talented entertainer from England who's a well-known radio and TV personality there under several different names. Today we're going to call him by the name he uses on his records, including the longtime demented favorite Bras on 45 and his new album Partners in Grime. Welcome to Dementia, Ivor Biggun.
Well, it's very nice to be here. Thank you very much, Dr. Demento.
Glad to have you here. I understand you're also in America to do a documentary for a very well-known British radio network.
That's it, the BBC, where we still operate by steam and we scratch all the scripts on slates. It's the BBC, and I'm travelling down Route 66, or what's left of Route 66, tracing the old Bobby Troop song, and and doing a documentary as I go and interviewing various interesting people, such as yourself, as I travel along. For instance, I interviewed an Oklahoma ostrich farmer and a lady who breeds wolves in Missouri, and lots of interesting people along the way.
Well, Ivor, you're quite a traveler. In fact, the single off your Partners in Grime album is all about an island called Majorca, which I understand is very popular with British tourists. Now, what is it about Majorca that makes it such a favorite?
Well, Majorca is really the armpit of the world. It's this dreadful little island. It's one of the Balearic Islands, which is just off the coast of Spain, and EI-adios go on holiday there. Now, you're going to ask me what an EI-adio is.
Okay, Ivor, what is an EI-adio?
Well, over in England, when they play soccer, you get the sort of person the backs of whose hands trail along the ground when they walk, and who have to move their lips when they read the headlines in newspapers. Those sort of people, they turn up at soccer matches, they hold their scarf, which has got the colours of the soccer team, above their head, they wave it backwards and forwards and sing this ludicrous song called EI-adio, we've won the cup, EI-adio. And so they're called EI-adio. So basically, it's people whose fingers outnumber their IQ, EI-adios, and they go on holiday in Majorca, and they pronounce it with a J. Actually, the locals pronounce it Mallorca. And also on holiday, that's on the horrible bit. There's a really horrible bit of Majorca down the bottom where there are English pubs and the smell of Ambrose Soler suntan lotion in the air. That's in the song Ambrose Soler. There's a whiff in the air of Ambrose Soler, and it is a pretty horrible place. It's pretty disgraceful. And of course, there's topless sunbathing, which is why I love to go there, and I wear my reflective sunglasses so that I can't be seen gawking at the girls. But on the other side is where Charles and Di go and stay with the prince. Is it the prince of? I think it's the Prince of Spain, and they actually have their holidays on the other side of the island. But of course, Prince Charles wouldn't hold up a scarf and sing EI-adio.
Well, it sounds like a very colourful place, Ivor, and you've written a very colourful song about it. So let's hear it. On the Dr. Demento Show, my special guest Ivor Biggun and Majorca.
Unos, dos, tres, Susie Quattro. Every year when summer is here, I save up me money and fly to the land of the sun for some vino and fun, where the girls have a twinkle in their eye. Buenos noches, por favor. As I sniff up the breezes, there's a whiff in the air of Ambrose Soler and Julio Iglesias. All day I eat risotto and pose around on the beach. At night I'm molto blotto and incapable of speech. But I'm going back to Majorca, to the prettiest girl that I've found. She nearly went crackers when I shook my maracas and waved my sombrero around. She was topless, I was legless, we boogied the moonlight away. Oh, that corker I met in Majorca. Oh, blimey, O'Reilly, Olay. I said that corker I met in Majorca. Oh, blimey, O'Reilly, Olay. Olay, 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 olay me down quick. Ay, 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 I think I'm gonna be sick. I don't go swimming, I just look at the women as I stroll down by the ocean. They don't wear vests up on their chests, they just wear suntan lotion. Buenos noches, por favor, una paloma blanca. I go to Spain, get out of my brain and act like a silly sausage. I wear reflective sunglasses and peep at the girls lots and lots. But I never drink the water in case I get the trots. So I'm going back to Majorca for some sangria, sunshine and sin. There's lots about your father down on the Costa Brava and they blame it on jet lag and gin. She was topless, I was legless, we boogied the moonlight away. Oh, she swallowed my pina colada. Oh, blimey, O'Reilly, Olay. I said she swallowed his pina colada. Oh, blimey, O'Reilly, Olay. But when I get back to Gatwick with me duty-free and air sickness pills, I'll dream of that sweet senorita whose kisses were sweeter than La Dolce Vita, 'cause she thought I was Adrian Mills.
from the British album Partners in Grime. That's Majorca by Ivor Biggun. Ivor is my special guest today on the Dr. Demento Show. Ivor, I have to ask, who is Adrian Mills?
Oh, Adrian Mills! Adrian Mills is a British television personality, and we work on a television programme over there in England called That's Life, which is a bit like your programme Real People. It's a sort of it's a bit like the National Enquirer with musical bits. It's that on TV, but with the serious side as well. We also do consumer affairs and people being ripped off by dodgy salesmen and this sort of thing. But Adrian Mills, he sits right across the way from me. He was also killed by an enormous serpent in an episode of Doctor Who.
Ah, yes, we have many listeners who are also devoted Whovians. Tell me, Ivor, how did you come to call your new album Partners in Grime?
I called it Partners in Grime because my partners on this particular album are people who are famous in England anyway. We've got Captain Sensible, who's on it, a man who makes records that are even filthier than mine, which is Judge Dredd, and also we've got a John Mayall's blues breaker playing sax on one of the tracks. That's Dick Hextall Smith, and somebody that I hope you play records by occasionally, Screaming Lord Sutch, who had the big English hit with Jack the Ripper.
Matter of fact, Ivor, I think I'll exhume that one right now. Be fun to hear it again. Screamin' Lord Sutch on the Dr. Demento Show.
Says your name, Mary Kelly. The Ripper, Jack the Ripper. The Ripper, Jack the Ripper. When she walks down the streets of London late at night. The Ripper, Jack the Ripper. With his little black bag and his one-track mind. The Ripper, Jack the Ripper. When he really catches up when the lights go down. The Ripper, Jack the Ripper. The time he starts his dirty shop around. The Ripper, Jack the Ripper. When he walks down the street, every girl he meets, he says, is your name Mary Kelly? The Ripper, Jack the Ripper. The Ripper, Jack the Ripper. Scotland Yard will never catch him, 'cause he's a much too clever. He's much too clever. But if they do, a man that'll catch streets of London can never say Jack the Ripper. Whenever Jack the Ripper ever shows his face. The Ripper, Jack the Ripper. So you pretty little girlies take my advice. The Ripper, Jack the Ripper. And don't walk the streets of London late at night. The Ripper, Jack the Ripper. When he walks down the street, every girl he meets, he says, is your name Mary Kelly? Oh yes, Mary. Where are you, Mary? I'm after you, Mary. Ha ha. With my knife, Mary. Ha ha. Sure. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Where are you? Ha ha ha.
The legendary Screaming Lord Sutch with Jack the Ripper. My guest from England, Mr. Ivor Biggun. Ivor, you have 3 albums out in England and unreleased in the States so far, alas, but They do turn up now and then as imports, but I don't know if I can say the true name of one of the albums on the air.
One of them is called the Winkers song, and I won't go into it too deeply why it's called the Winkers song, but because it involves some rather strange English slang, which is much too filthy to put over the airwaves in America. But the other one is called More Filth, Dirt Cheap.
You can see where this man is coming from. Ivor Biggun, when I visited you in England, you actually had a single rather high on the British pop charts, and it is the song that's become a favorite on the Dr. Demento show as well, Bras on 45. What did it feel like to be on the charts?
Oh, well, that was great. Various people from the records I parodied weren't very happy about it because it was a rather rude and vulgar version. But it was at the height of the medley craze, and I thought I might as well do my bit.
Kind of like Stars on 45.
Yes, I was Bras on 45, and I had this lady who had trouble standing up. Was the subject of my song.
And here once again is that song, my special guest Ivor Biggun and Bras on 45.
Bra size 45, bra size 45, bra size 45, bra size 45.
Well, I went out for a boogie a week ago last Tuesday. I was doing the Wigan Hustle and the Palais Glide. I met a girl in pink suspenders and her buzzwams were stupendous, like two bald-headed men sitting side by side. She wore a bra size 45 and she could jump and jive. And when she stopped dancing, bits of her kept wobbling about. She said, "You drive me crazy, burn some rubber on me, baby." She grabbed my little whistle and she began to shout, "Hit me with your rhythm stick, hit me, je t'adore, ich liebe dich. Hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me with your rhythm stick. I'm 6 feet tall and 5 feet thick. Hit me, hit me, hit me."
Bra size 45, bra size 45.
I couldn't do nothing but stand and stare. She gave me a hug like a grizzly bear. I couldn't see much, I thought I was dead. I had boobs upside my head.
Boobs upside my head, boobs upside my head.
Oh, what a fun she had. Enough for me, my brother and dad. A chest of drawers, no doubt. One with the top drawer half pulled out. Oh, what a front she got. Believe me, son, she got the lot right before my eyes. And she was bra size 45. Excuse me, what do I do now?
Man, be cool. Gotta get down and have a rap.
I beg your pardon. I think I'll do a talking bit instead. She was the big economy size. Her buzzwams were gigantic, like two fat little boys wrestling under a blanket. The flickering strobes lit up the globes that thrust from her full over. I think her name was June, cause she was busting out all over. She said, "Can you feel the force? Do you wanna take one step beyond?" I said, "Goodness gracious, great balls of fire, there's a whole lot of shaking going on." She said, "Knock on wood, I'll blame it on the boogie now. What do you think about that?" I said, "Oh heck, it must be jelly, cause jam don't shake like that." Not so much of the night fever, more like a belt with a tire lever. She was not at all pendulous, in fact she was tremendulous.
Bra size 45, bra size 45, bra size 45, bra size 45.
She wore a bra size 45, and when they played I Will Survive, she went crackers, and her animal desires became much keener. She said, "John, I'm only dancing, but I'd rather be romancing." She had me inside out and upside down in the back of my Cortina. "Hit me with your rhythm stick."
And there in my car, the windows all stained out. I thought I would drown. She let it all hang out in bras.
Size 35.
And there in my car, I thought this is it. An instant replay. My foot out the window in bras.
Size 35. Hurrah, 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 hey! Over the hills and now I'm on my way.
I got out my tent pole and Tudor.
Hurrah, 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 hey! Over the hills and now I'm on my way.
Come on, let's do the Bristol stomp. She wore a bra size 45. I thought I never would revive when I tackled that young lady with the bounciest of blouses. But she left me for a geezer who had much more chance to please her with his own master blaster and a pair of baggy trousers. Oh, what fun they had.
Bra size 45, bra size 45.
Roz on 45. Ivor Biggun, you give us a whole history of the British pop music scene of the early 80s on that record. Now, some of the names and some of the tunes are familiar to us here in America, but some not so familiar, like Tenpole Tudor.
Tenpole Tudor, yes, he was going to be selected as one of the singers for the Sex Pistols when the Sex Pistols were looking for either for a new singer after Johnny Rotten left or before he left. I think it was before Johnny Rotten joined. He was one of the people that they auditioned. He is totally insane, and I believe Tenpole Tudor, he claims, is his real name. I don't know if you know John Otway over here, but very similar to John Otway, very violent stage act, covered in blood and bruises.
Well, Tenpole Tudor is immortalized on your song, Ivor. Before we say goodbye, I have to ask you about the album cover for Partners in Grime. It's fairly easy to spot in the import racks because it was taken right at that famous pedestrian crosswalk on Abbey Road, just like the Beatles.
It was very difficult to take. American people, if you're going over to England and you're trying to take a photo on Abbey Road, take about 3 hours to do it. Because what happens is you turn up there, you have to turn up early in the morning and you have to take a big box. Because the original photograph was taken early in the morning with a man standing on a big box with a Rolleiflex upside down, held above his head so he could take a very tall view. So we turned up early in the morning to take this shot, and we have the man with the Rolleiflex and the man with the big box, and I'm there in my silly suit, and I had two people crossing the Abbey Road, the famous crossing, with me.
Policeman, right?
Policeman, one of whom happens to be Gary Newman's sound mixer, but I just threw that in. And then the first thing that happens is a coachload turns up full of Japanese tourists who all pour out saying, ha 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 ha, we want to have our picture taken crossing Abbey Road, do you mind? And we have to stand back as all these tourists go across in fours, and then we set the shot up again, they drive off, and some Germans turn up, and they all cross the... will you mind if we just take our photographs crossing the Abbey Road? We have only one day in London, yes. And we have to stand back, and one of them asked us to hold the camera and take the photo, and we are fuming at this. Then, eventually, it's lunchtime, and an enormous wagon full of recording tape turns up outside Abbey Road, and the man says, sorry, Chief, I've got to unload all this recording tape. It's going to take me about 25 minutes. So we hang about, and the policemen, of course, these fake policemen are smoking fags, and all these English people are going past saying, well, I've seen some things, but a policeman with an earring smoking, I've never seen anything. Isn't that terrible? And finally, eventually, we managed to get the photograph taken.
Oh, what a story. Ivor Biggun, it's a real privilege and a pleasure for us to have you visit here. Do come again soon, and best of luck with all your endeavors.
It's nice to be here. I'll stay demented forever.
The chest cough. Heavy. Full. For relief, feel the strength of Benylin Expectorant from the makers of Benylin. Relieve your cough and help clear your chest. Strength you can feel. Twice the expectorant of the leading brand. Benylin Expectorant from Park Davis. Our strength is your relief. Use as directed for coughs due to colds.
CERTS knows that everyone has their own way of expressing themselves. Here's Jacques Dueteur.
For you, madame, I recommend the grilled salmon. Its delicate pink skin is as radiant as your rosy complexion. And for you, sir, I recommend the shrimp.
Whatever your style of self-expression, CERTS will help you get your point across. Because however you say it, fresh breath makes a statement, and CERTS is the taste everyone can agree on.